Delve into the shadows. Uncover the truth. This is FBI and CIA Unsealed.
In June 1972, 5 men were arrested inside the Democratic National Committee headquarters, located in the Watergate office complex in Washington, D.C. They were caught attempting to wiretap phones and steal documents. What seemed like a minor burglary soon spiraled into a massive political scandal that would shake the foundations of the United States government. This marked the beginning of one of the most infamous FBI investigations in American history. The FBI quickly launched an investigation into the break-in. At first, the case seemed straightforward, a failed burglary. But as agents dug deeper, they uncovered connections to the committee to re-elect the president, known as CREEP, directly tying the burglars to President Nixon's campaign. This revelation shocked the nation and raised questions about abuse of presidential power. Journalists Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein of The Washington Post began following leads that pointed toward a larger conspiracy. Their relentless reporting, guided by an anonymous source known only as Deep Throat, revealed the extent of the cover-up. Meanwhile, the FBI faced pressure and interference from higher political offices, complicating the investigation. As the story grew, the White House denied any involvement. But secret recordings of conversations in the Oval Office would later prove otherwise. President Nixon had installed a tape recording system that captured conversations discussing how to obstruct the FBI investigation and silence witnesses. The existence of the tapes became a major focus for the Senate Watergate Committee, which held nationally televised hearings in 1973. These hearings brought the scandal into the living rooms of millions of Americans, exposing a web of lies, illegal activities, and abuses of power at the highest levels of government. During the hearings, it was revealed that Nixon's aides had engaged in a cover-up, paying hush money to the burglars and attempting to use the CIA to stop the FBI's investigation. Public trust in the presidency began to erode rapidly as the scandal deepened. The turning point came when the existence of the White House tapes was confirmed. The special prosecutor demanded the tapes, but Nixon refused, citing executive privilege. This led to a legal battle that escalated all the way to the Supreme Court. In July 1974, the Supreme Court unanimously ruled that Nixon must hand over the tapes. The released recordings exposed Nixon's involvement in the cover-up and attempts to obstruct justice, sparking outrage across the country and in Congress. Facing near-certain impeachment, Nixon became the first U.S. president to resign on August 8, 1974. Vice President Gerald Ford was sworn in, famously declaring that, "Our long national nightmare is over." The scandal changed American politics forever. The Watergate scandal led to widespread reforms in campaign finance and government transparency. It remains a powerful reminder of the importance of accountability in a democracy and the role of investigative journalism and law enforcement. Behind the scenes, FBI agents faced intense pressure from Nixon's administration to slow down or stop their investigation. Some agents struggled with their loyalty to the government versus their duty to uphold the law, creating internal conflicts within the Bureau. The mysterious informant known as Deep Throat was revealed decades later to be Mark Felt, the FBI's deputy director. Felt provided crucial guidance to Woodward and Bernstein, helping expose the truth despite the risks to his career. The Watergate scandal wasn't just about a break-in, it unveiled a culture of corruption, abuse of power, and fear within the highest levels of government, challenging Americans' faith in their leaders and the political system. Congress responded by strengthening oversight powers, creating new ethics laws, and increasing transparency in government operations, aiming to prevent another scandal of this magnitude from ever happening again. For many, Watergate became a cautionary tale about the limits of presidential power and the vital role of a free press, inspiring generations of journalists and investigators to hold those in power accountable. The aftermath of Watergate also led to increased skepticism toward politicians and government institutions, sparking a wave of political activism and citizen demand for accountability across the nation. Several key figures involved in the scandal, including White House aides and campaign officials, were convicted and served prison time, reinforcing that no one is above the law. The Watergate investigation reshaped the FBI's public image, highlighting the Bureau's role as an independent watchdog, but also exposing challenges when politics collide with law enforcement. Watergate's legacy lives on in popular culture, inspiring movies, books, and documentaries that keep the story alive and remind us of the fragile balance between power and democracy. From a bungled burglary to the resignation of a president, the Watergate scandal stands as a defining moment in U.S. history, showcasing the power of investigation, truth, and the enduring fight for justice in a democracy.